how are your conversations now with your family when it comes to this?
Well, I think when I mean, like, again, with mucho respeto, whatever. Now, and it was, every time I talk about it, I always feel like, just because I don't know, I try to keep like this really bubbly personality online. Not even bubbly, just like
optimistic.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to see nobody crying online, but like, whatever. But I was like,
we cry here.
I was like, I say that, and then like cut to the 6 clips of me crying online TikTok over like. Where I was like, I was like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. I haven't cried on TikTok in a while. And then I posted me crying. I'm like, oh wait. And then it did well. Got 60,000 views.
Did
it?
Oh damn. I mean, vulnerability is,
But well, it's for me. I'm just like, and we're gonna roll deep here today. When I came out, it was like starting to come out my senior year of high school. And to this day, the only person that has ever given me problems or like said anything about me coming out in a negative way was my mom. Which is like, every time I think about it, I'm like, damn, like
that's not the person that you.
Yeah, that's not the person you want.
The
person you expect to cuidarte and to cuidarte was your biggest bully.
Yeah.
And that's something that I had to unpack. That I was just like, okay, well, you're not gonna hold that power over me. I can love you and I can respect you, but I won't let you hold that power.
How did you get there, though? How did you get there?
It didn't happen overnight, for sure.
I was like, damn.
It took...
and it's just, I mean, I hate to say this, but it's like, it sucks that it's like, you have to, like what you're saying is like, it's about your own mother. I mean, that's why this conversation is so important, because it's like, it shouldn't have to be that way.
No.
Yeah.
And I think, but it also took me maturing at a really young age. I say young age, but like 18.
Hey,
where I had to parent myself.
Yes.
I think that's when I realized that like I was not making the best decisions. And just being really chaotic, getting piercings when it should not, something that I would never do, or like doing things I would never do as an act of rebellion. But I'm like, who are you rebelling against? No one's noticing. Like, girl, like it isn't. Right. And I think then when I took a step back, I'm like, okay, well, instead of, if you're not going to get that relationship with the parent that you want, if your parents not parenting you how they should, because they don't know how to raise a queer kid, do it for yourself. And I feel like that's something I'm so grateful that I learned very early on, is like, if your parent can't parent a queer kid, parent yourself. And as much as I need, like sometimes I felt like I needed, return that,
girl,
where I felt like I needed, I'm like, I need a parent, I need this, and yes, whatever, but I'm like, I'm glad I learned that earlier on, that I didn't get into more trouble than I should have, but, and I think it's, people would say, it's like, oh, what's the difference? When there's a difference, when a queer kid had to, self-esteem, sexual education, queer history, I learned all that by myself, and as much as I would have loved to have the parents sit down with me and say, okay, well, I don't 100% understand it. I would even take that. I'll take a cookie crumb at that point.
Right.
I don't understand it, but let's sit down and talk. Yes. How you can be safe? Yes. What does this mean? What is it moving forward? And I feel like, had I not learned that very early on, from silly mistakes I made, it would have been my life would have been completely different from that.